Hey there, everybody. Thanks for joining us in this wonderful land of the Oswego Comic Shop. I'm Aaron Z. Lee. I'm the X-Men
Oh,
Fleer
God.
Ultra 94 man.
Why do you do that?
What?
So we can do harmonies with ourselves.
Let's try this again.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Oswego Comic Shop Does a Podcast with me, Aaron Z. Lee,
Sorry.
the X-Men Fleer Ultra
No, you guys
94
do that.
man.
And I'm Evan Coy, Marvel's Series 2 man, and we're here with very special guest,
Martin Kinney, Series 3.
Series 3 man.
Oh, look at those graphics on the screen with
Isn't that
them.
nice?
Look
Martin
at that.
did those.
Wow. Ooh. Spectacular.
He's amazing.
Oh, and there's even some on, wow.
It's real little. I kind of want to make it larger.
We have the technology.
It's pretty
I'm not
fine
sure
on
how-
this.
I'm
It's
not
fine
sure
on
how-
this screen.
Centered, that is. Either.
Look at it go. Wow, I've never seen such riveting action.
Wow. The technology.
Cutting edge graphics. Free rotation.
It's amazing how much whiter you two are on screen than in person.
Thank you.
Well, you know, it takes a lifetime
Does it?
of staying out of the sun, living in a climate where the sun never comes
No, I
out.
think it's that red curtain.
It is. The curtain's weird.
Sitting in front of a red curtain doesn't hurt either.
Yeah.
But there was a time when I was quite bronzed. Martin knows of the lifeguarding era.
Tell us more.
I don't ever remember you being bronze, but okay.
Oh, really? Well, there was a time when I was quite a bit more tan than I am now, and my it was so tan
He was beige,
I was beige, aggressively beige,
aggressively beige.
and my hair even got bleached out. I looked like a different person.
Wow.
A better person?
Maybe. No, I don't
A
think
more
so.
Malibu Ken person?
More Malibu Ken, definitely.
Malibu Ken. Shout out to Malibu Ken.
Took a while for that tan to fade out.
Aesop Rock Tobacco Project. Malibu Ken.
That's right.
Speaking of tobacco, what's today's topic?
Tobacco.
It is tobacco. It is. We're doing
Hey, don't step on my shtick.
we're doing non-sports cards from years past. We had no one watches this. We probably had some drug addicted lady who sold me
God.
her sports or non-sports card collection a few weeks ago.
The thoughts and opinions of Evan Coy do not reflect those of the staff and management of the comic shop of Oswego, New York.
I don't know. Maybe she was just whatever. But they weren't worth anything. But it was a good nostalgia hit that Martin and I had. Just digging through some old Series 1 Marvel, Series 2 Marvel. And for those of you who don't know what those cards were, back in the early 90s, before fun was invented, before the internet was invented, that's how I learned about a lot of these
Yep.
comic characters was going through all of these cards and
I'd say like 90% of my college my comic education was through that.
yeah, I remember being in third grade, and then again, this is 1,000 years ago, and people were doling out the Marvel Series 1 cards and trading them in the classroom. I don't think I ever really got a pack or two of those, but summer of 91, I remember buying some Marvel Series 2 packs at like a trading post at a campsite. I don't know, but I was just excited to have Marvel cards and learn more about the characters.
The characters.
The characters.
It's all about them.
Yes.
The character.
And then you could read the back and you could look at the stats and be like, I think Squirrel Girl can beat the Hulk. I don't think there was a Squirrel Girl.
I don't think there was a Squirrel Girl
There
card.
wasn't, and there was not a woke enough culture back then to even make that a possibility.
Squirrel Girl wasn't a
She was
1990
Wait,
though.
Yeah, it was.
Wait, wasn't Steve Ditko the creator of Squirrel Girl?
Yeah.
Yes.
So are you saying Steve Ditko was woke?
No.
Do you ever read the Steve Ditko letters that pop up on the internet every once in a while?
Sometimes.
Apparently, he would write everybody back. You could write him a letter,
Yep.
and he would handwrite a letter back to you.
That's awesome.
that was just, "I'm a grumpy old man. Please leave me alone. All your ideas are dumb.
And Stanley sucks.
Sincerely, Steve Ditko."
Oh, I kind of
So there's like a whole collection of those. Somebody needs to put them all together and print them and donate money to like Comic Book Legal Defense Fund or something like that. But
the Steve Ditko letters book.
yes,
I would love to have that actually.
because it's just grumpy old man writing back, and then it's always like sincerely, then it's always like a very pleasant sign off.
Pleasant, warmest regards.
There's so many stories. Like I've heard stories online of people talking about they'll go up to Steve Ditko's apartment when he was still alive, or they'll come into the doorman. Like they'll walk in. I forget who was talking about this, But they came in, and the doorman in the building was there, and the person coming in was like, "Oh, is that Steve Ditko's studio?" And they're like, "Oh, you like Steve Ditko? Yeah, I'll take you up. Let's go see him." And then they take him up, and the guy's like, "Yeah, go knock on the door, go say hi." And he knocks on the door, and nothing happens. And the guy's like, "Yeah, you're gonna meet him. You really like him. He's right here." And he just never answers the door.
So the doorman was just a real jerk.
I don't know. Maybe I need more information. I can't make that determination. Maybe the doorman thought that Steve Ditko was going to answer the door. And make
That doorman was
dreams
on
come true.
drugs.
You think so?
Well, I definitely
Drugs.
drugs. And I think he sold us his Marvel Series 1 cards.
Yes, it was his granddaughter.
All the way from New York City, Manhattan.
I don't know. Do you want to look at cards, or you want to?
Well, we also have these beautiful custom templates of heroes of the Oswego Comic Shop does a podcast.
We're going to make some cards today.
All
too, I
your
think.
favorite heroes like North Star, Aurora, Iceman, the Flash.
There's a joke there, right?
I don't think the joke's landing at all.
It's not. It took me a minute to get what the joke was.
'Cause
But
they're
anyway,
all
we're gonna
Blank
draw
man?
draw a couple cards today too. Oh
Not
boy,
me. I'm having a milkshake.
There's also Strang, Dr. Strang. He's coming back again. Another
he
number
is.
one.
Where has he been?
Has he been dead? I think.
Dad.
Because what's her name?
Clea.
Clea.
Clea became Sorceress Supreme, right?
Yeah, which could have been pretty cool, but I don't know that it was.
I don't know either.
Sales tell me no.
Yeah, I don't think anybody was really into that.
I mean, I love the Clea from the Dave Englehart. Is it Englehart? No, Steve Englehart and
Yes.
Gene Colan era and the Frank Brunner era.
I don't
That's
know
the
if
best
you-
Clea.
I don't know if you saw the ad for the podcast tonight, but I put us each on a classic trading card.
Oh, I did not see
And,
this.
and I attempted greatly to get you on a Machine Man trading card.
Does one exist?
They do. They're later, but they don't look anything like Machine Man. So I did the next best thing.
I need to check this out right now. Where is this posted? On your own personal account?
Yeah, mine, Evans, the stores. No one else probably. Maybe one of our two believers, but
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess okay.
you're still X-Man adjacent.
That's true. That's the goofiest Sentinel I've ever seen.
No.
The
Let's
Lady
look at
Death
some-
isn't that great either.
Let's look at some cards. Let's go to Marvel Series 1. It's the
You
start
wanna
of that
The
that binder,
Series
if you
1 from the good old company Impel.
Y'all want to look at some cards? These aren't that Man Wolf. Wow. Okay. Oh, look at this. This isn't the one that we want to see, but look how awkward this Cyclops is. Just
He's just blasting away.
he just blasted at the sky. He's the old man yells at cloud. Cyclops version.
He was skeet shooting.
Yeah, I guess so.
All right, so these are the Marvel Series 1. There's a little bit of glare here. Yeah, if you tilt it up or pull a card out, it's just really the top.
Should we turn the lights off?
No. The Comic Shop After Dark.
I could just take the top off. You know?
Yeah, pop your hood.
Take that top off. After dark.
Comic Shop After Dark.
These are such an iconic piece of my comic
Is that Cyclops more
upbringing.
appropriate?
He's blasting away too. At least he's blasting. That's something.
Yeah, this choice to do the name and this little flag.
I like it.
I'm gonna say I don't because
Okay.
I don't.
What's wrong with it?
It's just like I don't know, too pennant-y, too like Nick Fury, hooray! I don't know. It's just not. I don't know. I like horizontal and diagonal and vertical lines. When you add the curves in there, it's just a little weird to me.
So in 1990, the Liggett Group Inc., a U.S. tobacco company, announced it
Ooh.
would change its name to the Brook Group and split into two subsidiaries, Liggett Group Inc. and Impel Marketing.
I didn't
So-
realize, Martin and I were talking about this earlier, that tobacco cards came from, sports cards came from cigarettes.
Yep.
That in like the 1800s, early 1900s, you would get a pack of cigarettes and it would come packaged with a card, often a sports figure because that's what was popular. And that kind of gave birth to the sports card industry.
Yep, well over 100 years ago.
Wow, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Thanks, tobacco.
Thanks, tobacco.
They are the greatest.
Glad we can all come together today to celebrate the rich heritage of the tobacco industry.
Yes. Let's flip on the back of some of those. I just love the design of these things. They're so dated, but like
I like the
Those
back.
super dated.
If they got rid of this weird thing, I would like them much better. Other than that's the only thing that really bugs me about these. The back is kind of nice. That format gives you a lot of space for some different information. So, in case you didn't know, the Invisible Woman's real name is Susan Storm. Well, her married name is Susan Richards. She is affiliated with the Fantastic Four. She is 5'6" tall, and her weight is 120 pounds. She's been in 318 fights.
I love that the series one had how many fights.
Yep.
Do you think that was accurate at all? There's no way that would be accurate.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
At that time.
I bet they paid somebody to go through and.
Wins 255,
They had
losses
trading card money.
51,
Yeah.
ties 12, win percentage 78%. That's pretty good.
For a girl.
But 78% is a good percentage for anybody.
Especially a girl.
Well, I guess so, if that's the way you want to go.
My goal is to make this an alt-right podcast by the end
Oh
of the year.
no, I won't be here anymore.
Oh, you will. With a nice red hat.
I don't know why it's.
Nice
We
Santa
had
hat.
issues with this focusing when we were doing magic
There we
cards
go.
the other day too.
Oh,
Nah,
oh,
it
oh.
doesn't like that. It's just weird.
Focus. This is good podcasting. There we go. Look at the clarity on that. I did it, Evan.
Did you?
I did it. Look.
Wow. Arch enemies: Doctor Doom, Galactus, Mole Man, Psycho Man. Oh, Psycho
Who
Man.
could forget Psycho Man?
That's a dirty looking card too. Now that you hold it up to the camera.
Covered in tobacco. Did you know the Invisible Woman frequently changes her hairstyle? An interesting passion, considering that most people don't see her long enough to appreciate it.
Do you know that also every hairstyle is horrible?
Did they ever give her the Jennifer Aniston in the 90s?
No.
They gave her the real, like Campbell gave her real shiny hair. I just remember all the shiny lines through the hair, and they would color it weird. I think it
Like
was Campbell
highlights?
who did it.
Campbell, like J.
J.
Scott,
Scott Campbell?
He wasn't a regular artist on Fantastic
No.
Four. He might have done some covers.
No, but I feel like he did some weird hairstyle that then everybody aped for like the next
Oh,
few
okay.
years, where it was like this, all of these weird lines through her hair. It was implied that her hair was shiny. I could be wrong about J. Scott Campbell, but I'm pretty sure that was.
I don't think he ever
It
did
sounds
interiors.
very Jim Lee Heroes Reborn.
Maybe it was Jim Lee in Heroes Reborn.
Oh, Aaron sent me that thing I asked for. Thank you.
Yeah, here's a little card that Martin should be interested in. This
Would
is our,
think, but no.
our little. What's that? Oh, do you see the?
Evan, what is with you and your purchases lately?
Oh, I mean, I bought it off of a lady who. No, what?
What's happening?
I just want to say the Red Skull's win percentage is pretty high at 44%. Trained by Adolf Hitler to be the living embodiment of the Nazi cause, the merciless Red Skull cuts a deadly swath of terror throughout World War II. During a battle with Captain America, he is subjected to a gas. Cap toots on him, and it's put him in a state of suspended animation.
Just knocked him out with that stink.
Farts were one of the leading causes of superpowers and villains throughout the early years of comic history.
I feel like that needs to be a comic book now with like the Golden Age heroes, like are exposed to noxious methane. He gains super strength and super smell.
Battling Captain America because it's a side effect of the super soldier serum.
Yes. And because it would just like seep out of him, Captain America. I think this is a Barry Windsor Smith Storm illustration. What do you think?
From the unpopular, unloved Mohawk years.
I love Mohawk
Everyone
Storm. Was it okay? 5 foot 11 inches tall, 127 pounds.
Wow, that's a lot of Kit Kats.
Battles fought 315, wins 174, losses 105, ties 36, win percentage 55%. So Invisible Woman has a higher win percentage than Storm?
Well, she's not feared and hated by mankind.
I guess that's true. Well, she did lose her powers for an amount of time, so that does put her at a disadvantage. During the period when she wore this outfit, Storm's mutant power to control the weather was accidentally destroyed by the mutant inventor Forge. Despite her loss, Storm continued to lead the X-Men, relying on her daring and wits in her ongoing struggle against evil, and proving that it was never her superpowers that made her a hero, but her courage.
So she's the cowardly lion of the X-Men?
Doesn't want to focus again.
I wouldn't say that at all.
There it is.
There you go.
Oh, that's a good looking card. Look at that.
Is that Barry Windsor Smith or am I crazy? Is that like, or it could be Andy Kubert too? I don't know.
I don't know.
I
I
thought
want it. I want it
my
to be,
screen was frozen.
I want it to be Barry Windsor Smith, but I just don't know.
No fact checking. So
Yeah.
It's got some of the same lines you'd see.
Martin, did you ever sell? You must have sold non-sports cards here at the shop, right? There must have been some kind of Marvel series later in the 90s or whatever.
The popularity started tanking by the time I was here. There was some things I vaguely remember, but nothing.
Yeah, I
Nothing
don't know if
super
I ever
major.
came in here to buy cards. I think it was all before I came
Yeah.
here that I bought cards.
Where did you buy cards?
All over the place. I mean, they were everywhere back then. I mean,
Yeah,
you
it
can get
was
them.
crazy.
You can get them at Walmart. You can get them at the gas station.
I wish I could find some sales numbers, but nothing.
You could. There was even a card store in Mexico, New York. Actually, just a little place that had Pogs and trading cards.
That was my experience as a kid. That there was no comic store nearby for me to walk to, but there was a card store for me to walk to. That was probably like a mile and a half away in the city of Rochester. And I remember going there. Was like walking there was like a 9-year-old kid and get Garbage Pail Kid cards. And then when the Marvel cards started to come out, it was a very friendly older couple that owned the store. It was called Hot Stove, and I've tried to look up Hot Stove in the past because that's who. Not that
Started.
they want to emulate, but like
Right.
that was my as a kid. I remember like the old man would pull me. Old man, who knows? He was probably as old as I was.
Still
Now, but like if you pulled a good sports card, he would give you the Beckett catalog to look through and tell you how much it was and give you the sleeve for it. Or like when we were starting to get into the Marvel cards, he would get in the catalog and be like, "So you're interested in these Marvel cards? I'm going to bring a box into the store." Blah blah blah. But I was always very grateful for that old man who. It was a cool place too. That like. It was the husband and wife, and then there was like during summertime when baseball was on, there was like 3 or 4 old timers who would hang out in the back, and they must have had satellite TV and like some kind of baseball package because there'd always be like 2 or 3 games on the real little cathode ray TVs in the back room. I don't know, but he was just so friendly and so nice, and I don't think he took advantage of the kids at all. You know, if you had a card and you wanted to sell, he wasn't, whatever. Right? Does everybody want to talk about Hot Stove? Great store.
Hot Stove. Yeah.
But it was amazing. You can get trading cards just about anywhere. Gas stations.
I did see Garbage
Walmart.
Pail Kids cards at Walmart last time I was there getting groceries. Where they don't really have a section for it anymore. It's just kind of like an aisle where they just like open up their inventory and just kind of like dump all their inventory there.
It's
There were even
right next
comics
to the
there.
self-checkout. They have the card stuff, right?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
even bundles of Marvel and DC comics there too. The classic packs that became famous from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and all that. If you remember, that's where I first learned about Youngblood. Was in a pack that I got for $1. Several copies even of Youngblood. Might even be Youngblood 1 and 2 in the same pack.
All right, I've got my first comic hero that I've created for.
I can't wait to vote on these.
It's a Dinosaur. I'm not sure if he's radiating something from his body or if he just smells, but
Is it Captain America farts?
it could be. It could be a Captain. Yeah, he has Captain America level farts.
After
that,
surviving Captain America's farts, he became Dinosaur.
Dinosaur. So that's my first card we're doing. I
That's
think
wonderful.
Thank you.
Dinosaur. Let's
Spoken like a true teacher.
hear. Hey, I can't help what I am. I don't know what this guy is.
Yeah, even like again, I remember getting cards. Like I said, the first Marvel cards I remember getting. I was on a summer camping trip with my family, and they had them at the trading post. That like they just had a box or 2 of cards on the counter, and I remember getting a couple Marvel cards. And,
Sorry, it's weird watching Aaron draw something that he hasn't drawn on my screen yet.
it's a drawing.
You're living in the future.
The
Yeah.
past.
You're getting that premium
Oh, wait,
content.
you're living in the future, looking at the past.
So what hero is this that you're working on?
This might be. I don't know. I have an idea.
I'm gonna do another one as well. We're just gonna do Giant Head Man.
I almost think I should have been on the document cam today.
Yeah.
You should have been.
Yeah, I could be flipping through while you guys are drawing.
I mean,
This
you
is-
can. We can give you cards, and you can just flip through and hold them up.
I was
This is-
thinking Modoc too, Jonathan.
MODOK. Yes, giant head man. Did you see the MODOK in the
Ant-Man and
Ant-Man
Wasp?
trailer?
Yeah.
I thought he looked really cool. Did you see the MODOK? in
I'm
Ant-Man?
for MODOK in any medium.
Very fun. Very. Oh, I'm sorry. What is this character?
This is Tree Balloon.
Tree. And what are Tree Balloon's powers?
Tree Balloon is fastened tightly to this tree and can hold on in gale force winds. It cannot be separated from the tree. And he can shout at nearby people with a high-pitched voice. Because he's
What
filled
does
with
that?
helium.
What does that sound like?
I don't know. I'll have to audition some people for that. I'm not sure what it would sound like.
What? Only 41 more minutes to fill. Oh, let's look at more cards.
Who could forget old Tree Balloon?
Old Tree Balloon.
So if we've got
One blast of Captain America's farts, he's gone.
we've got Dinosaur and Tree Balloon.
I think that character's got legs. No, wait, he doesn't. Oh, look, this Spider-Man just talking to Punisher.
Oh, I love that crossover. It was 16 parts.
Was it really?
Yep, and they just spoke over. They got some coffee. They
Did they really?
no.
Oh, that would have been cool. I would have enjoyed that, actually.
So this is the last of our series 1. Then we get into series 2. These were just like throwaway jokes, right?
These cards are awesome, actually. Magneto, why do you hate the X-Men so much? I don't know. I just find myself strangely attracted to them. That's a little magnetic humor there. Who knew Magneto was so punny? Punisher, is your real name Frank Castle? Yes, but I prefer Francis.
Not as good of a joke.
No, but I'd love to see those kind of. Oh, there's more on the back.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta go into this too. How come your kids, Quicksilver and the Scarlet Witch, turned out to be good guys? I'm a failure as a father. Why do you wear a skull on your shirt? Because a portrait on my face would look silly.
This stuff. I mean, I think did Stan write that? That's pretty classic.
God, I hope so.
That's pretty classic.
No.
Why don't if Marvel Comics read like this, sales would be through the roof.
I've got a new hero I'd like to introduce
No,
to,
no.
to the camera. This is
Race for Impact.
This is Spittlehead. He's just a giant head who spits at you.
It's just a little spit too,
So yeah, it's not much. It's not much volume in comparison to the size of his head.
like little spit. I guess that's spittle.
Spittlehead is my newest here. I'm going to adjust his eyebrow just a little bit.
Well, that's wonderful. You know, one thing I do like about some of these cards. Look at this airbrushed background on this.
I can't see. It won't adjust.
Oh,
There it
we
is.
go. Look at those speckles.
Yeah, that looks like what was the real textured spray paint you could get?
Oh,
you know
I
what
don't
I'm
know.
talking about? That had like the flecks of
Flex for spray paint.
Yeah.
I do like that texture in there.
It's
Oh,
fun.
Look at these fingernails. I gotta take care of these. These aren't looking so good.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about Night Thrasher.
Night Thrasher. Dwayne Taylor's parents were murdered by criminals. He devoted his life to transforming himself into a living weapon against crime. Now, having spent years learning the martial arts and developing himself to the peak of physical perfection, he's taken his war to the streets. Clad in bulletproof armor and outfitted in a variety of weapons, including a specialized skateboard, he is perhaps the most fearless in a new generation of superheroes.
So he's skateboarding Batman.
Love New Warriors.
That's right.
Martin, do you have cards?
Nope.
You don't have. You want cards?
Nope.
Oh, Vision.
I'm just here for the conversation.
Is he any good?
Vision kind of sucks.
This was probably the weakest version of Vision.
The White Vision.
The white-yellow Vision.
The jaundicey Vision.
Yeah, Vision with jaundice.
That is Vision's weakness, right? Is he doesn't.
Is
An android programmed with the brain patterns of a murdered man, the Vision was originally created as the evil robot called Ultron as part of the plan to destroy the superhero team known as the Avengers. Recognizing the nobility of those he was about to destroy, the Vision betrayed his evil master and joined forces with the Avengers against Ultron. What?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's the story.
just like in the movies.
I love the power rankings too, where they give you strength, speed, agility. There's even cards I think in this set that like let you know what those power levels meant. You know how many pounds they could lift at level 4.
That is fun. The
It's-
comprehensiveness of these is
so
kinda nice.
it's so corny, but it's so great because I think it's as a kid you're arguing who's stronger than who, and who's faster than who, and it was just like, there it is, like 4 beats 3, right? Doesn't 4 beat 3?
Yes.
Yes,
Thank you.
generally.
Did
Thank
you
Greater
know
number usually.
the jewel on the Vision's forehead is a battery which absorbs the solar energy that powers him? So he's solar powered.
This podcast is great, by the way. We're having a lot of fun.
I don't hate this one.
I'm here.
Oh, who draws that beast card?
Is this Rob Larson?
It's Rob Larson.
Didn't he do Spawn or
EL.
something?
EL. Didn't
That
he
would be an Eric Larson card.
the
I
sp-
love Larson.
the spawned dragon?
Mutant Hank McCoy was born not only with the brain of a brilliant biochemist, but the body of a bizarre,
Is
the,
also
the bizarre body of a bouncing brutish beast. That's a lot of alliteration in that sentence.
Mhm.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Stan
5,
write it?
6, 7, 8 B's. That's an Evan Coy sentence right there. He's a top-notch scientist who possesses the prolific power of I love the wording on this card.
Gargantuan.
Prolific power of the gargantuan gorilla and the agile ability of the accomplished aerial acrobat. So you get a triple P, possess prolific power, a double G, gargantuan gorilla. And actually, gargantuan has another hard G in it, so I like that, gargantuan gorilla, and the agile ability of an accomplished aerial acrobat. And then we get our more G's. This gleeful gymnast is a real team player, in quotes. So he's not a real team player. He's graced the roster of such glorious superhero groups as the X-Men, Avengers, the Defenders, and is a founding father and current member of the fabulous X Factor. I feel like somewhere in the middle of all of that copy, somebody changed the voice to get rid of the alliteration, and then it kind of went back to alliteration at the end. So
Did you know the beast can write with both hands simultaneously and untie complex knots with his feet?
I mean, who didn't know that?
No fight stats for him, though.
Yeah, they didn't do fight stats on these cards. I think
They
just did
replaced them
for
with something I can't remember. I read
the,
one of the things I actually read.
the
that I didn't
power
remember.
ratings, I assume.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I guess maybe that's a little bit more useful in terms of your
and
like.
then the next set they replaced. Did you know with quotes from the characters, which is kind of dumb.
Yeah, I like the Did You Know Better. Got some
Shulk.
some She-Honk. She's a beauty with brains who packs a gamma-powered right hook. She-Hulk was just normal Jennifer Walters, but it was a blood transfusion from her cousin Bruce Banner, also known as the Hulk, that gave Jennifer the ability to become the super-powered She-Hulk. Now she's the She-Hulk all the time, using her superhuman strength to fight for justice. Her quick wit, lighthearted personality, and sensational looks have made She-Hulk a hit wherever she goes. When She-Hulk's not busy trashing supervillains, she's earning a living as a lawyer, a career she began as Jennifer.
Now wait a minute, didn't they just make up She-Hulk like 7 months ago?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 100% true. Because this card's from 1991. That proves it out. That's evidence right there.
This is my favorite set, the Marvel Series 2.
Oh, look at this jigsaw. That's fun. It's a Bagley.
Let's keep going.
You're
Let's,
saying
let's see
there's a
what.
bag lady.
It's a bag lady. And we've got an Art Adams Wolverine in there. Cyclops is still blasting away.
Blasting away.
What's Hulk doing in there? I don't know what he's doing.
That's an Art Adams Hulk.
Although
right?
we
Isn't
keep-
it?
That's got to be an Art
It,
Adams Hulk,
it looks
right?
It looks Art Adams Wolverine too, right?
Oh, yes. Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Although we keep switching the camera over to Martin looking bored.
I know.
Sure.
I'm not paying attention to the camera at all today.
Let's keep the excitement level up. Shoot the guy who's asleep. The New Warriors. That's fun.
Well, I can't really see the cards, so it's kind of. See, Aaron's putting a lot of attention to New Warriors. I think he's trying to get a new series going.
I mean, if it's done right, it could be good.
Just keep Eric Larson away from it.
Did
He did that, right?
Eric Larson did New Warriors?
No,
He did Nova.
he did a 7-issue Nova series.
Yeah, I have. Well, I had all of them. I don't know if I still do. But I love that Nova
Who
series.
did that Nova series?
It was Eric
Or who
Larson
did
who
that?
wrote it.
Who did the
New Warriors?
Yeah,
Fabian Nicieza, I believe, right?
the first one. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a late '90s revival.
Was there?
Are you sure you're not thinking of his Nova run?
Wasn't Slingers?
It's not. No.
No,
Because like
Slingers.
Namorita was in it, and I don't know.
Nemorita and her Margarita.
Yeah. Hey.
Namorita.
That's pretty good. Very 90s. We got some Todd McFarlane, Spiderman in here. This is the. Did you ever see him do this stuff where he would leave the shadow open so the colorist could color in the shadow?
No.
He did this a ton in Spawn too.
Oh, really?
It's I mean, good for him for trying something different. It seems odd to me. But I mean, hey, if you want to get in there and do those scratchy marks, why not? Got some Ditko in there. Just keep on chugging here. Ooh, this is a nice chameleon by Steve Ditko in there. This J. Jonah Jameson, he looks a little odd.
Yeah, he it looks like
Looks like he's going to the bathroom or something. Somebody opened the door on him. It's like, hey, I'm in there.
Don't fire on me, Captain America.
Give me pictures of Spider-Man.
I hate these card sets, by the way.
these card sets are
I like
so
the
bad.
back.
The
Yeah,
The
backs
back
look
design
nice.
is good. This one, the Wolverine one, yeah, they were just
I had all of
cheap and
them.
lousy.
I had all of the Wolverine one at one point. I might have it packed away somewhere. I have no idea. But I kind of like this. This is a John Byrne Fantastic Four. I kind of like this just black and white airbrush behind there.
Yeah,
I
it's
think
got
that
the same
looks good.
texture as the Night Thrasher card.
I think that works. I like how that looks.
Oh, there's another Larson Sandman in there too.
Ooh.
Actually, this is where they just start taking. These sets don't have any original art at all. They're just taking the same posters, pinups from comics, and reusing them as cards.
I don't necessarily hate that idea, though.
It's lazy.
I like the Steve Ditko Mysterio a lot, though. That's a lot of fun. This is Shiny Butt Spider-Man.
Shiny butt, shiny butt.
Not quite BBL butt lift
It's not Brazilian butt lift Batman, but
butt chin Batman.
butt chin Batman.
Oh, there's some more Larson for you.
Yep.
He does a good Vulture, I think.
Yeah, a lot of people drew his Vulture after that with the big schnozzle and things like that, and just how he made Adrian Toomes look old.
Yeah, I like that. There's some McFarlane X-Men, or original X-Men. Some John Romita.
Focus is horrible.
The
Focus is horrible. Yeah, I keep getting.
I don't think
blurry.
it's that
It
bad.
does okay. It looks okay on this screen.
It looks so, yeah.
Some more McFarlane. More McFarlane. Oh, that's a double reflection on the Venom. Is
love
good.
the classic cover. That's like
Which one?
the one you were just pointing to.
This one?
336.
Or is that Larson?
It is Larson's 336. I think of Amazing.
He's a good designer.
Yeah.
Ooh, I like the Spider-Man in space. That's a lot of fun. Some more Bagley. He's drawn more Spider-Man pages than anybody else, right?
And every time I see him, I just think Spider-Man. Like, he had a recent run. I was going through the covers. I'm just like, that's Spider-Man right there.
The Wolverine and Spider-Man McFarlane. I have that issue somewhere.
I got a new hero that I've developed. We're talking about the jewel on Vision's head.
Ooh.
And this is 4 Jewel.
This is what now?
4 Jewel, where he just has a really big jewel on his head.
Oh, it's not
Oh,
like a
I thought maybe
jeweled
he was
foreskin.
I thought maybe he was just a big fan of the Singer Jewel.
Yes, he has a big diamond on his foreskin.
Oh God.
That's a different 4.
That sings Jewel songs.
Or you could put a golf ball up here too. You could have a diamond tee for.
All right, so we're getting into series 3 here. It looks like on this next page.
Yeah, I had
Martin,
some
this
of
is
these.
this is your series, right?
This was my series, yeah. This was the first one I
92.
actively collected because it was far enough along that there were packs available. But yeah, this is where Marvel dipped their toe into the puzzle configuration because the space background matches all up on those.
Ooh, that's kind of cool. I guess I didn't notice that before. I kind of like the geometric backgrounds.
I do
on
too.
these.
I like that.
I
that
don't
too.
like them. I know.
Well, you've been outvoted.
Oh, all right. I give up.
Because
You can
it gives them a frame to break. I
Conceded
like
a little
that.
quickly there. Yeah.
Oh, Blaze, the Mark Texera artwork. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, there's
Professor
a
X in his gold chair.
The old Punchy Nova.
Punchy Nova,
John-
Archangel.
Jonathan
Silvestri's
saw
Angel.
It's
Quasar in
Archangel.
there.
Yeah,
Is it
Quasar.
Archangel or Archangel?
It's Archangel.
I had the
pretty
action
stupid.
figure of that for the Toy Biz one, way back in the day.
I still do.
Do you?
Yep.
It's. I mean, it was a good one. I like the wings on that. I think that was fun.
Sitting in a tote somewhere in my house.
Totes. Oh, there's a Silvestri Rogue. That is excellent. I'm very partial to the Silvestri and Dan Green artwork on. Slug. Who could forget Slug?
We've forgotten Slug a long time ago.
We actually read his card the other day.
I read his solo book, Slug. He went down to Madripoor and he just drank a lot of margaritas.
Was there really a Slug solo? There was not a Slug solo book.
You were gullible enough to fall for something Aaron said?
He got me for half
you-
a second.
are you feeling-
Tell us about Slug.
Slug says, I can asphyxiate a man in the fold of my flesh and have it for less than that. What?
You've done it for less than that?
I can asphyxiate a man in the fold of my flesh and have for less than that.
And have for less than that.
Oh, okay. So I just don't have the rest of the conversation, so it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
It's a terrible
It's
quote.
really poorly, yeah.
It's like half a quote.
This
I just don't know if those are real quotes from like actual comics or if it's just something that the card.
Web of Spider-Man, number 4, 1988. Dealing drugs for the criminal kingpin from his Miami yacht, the obese Slug has crossed swords with both Captain America and Nomad. Although confined to his custom-designed wheelchair forklift and hindered by his light-sensitive eyes, his keen mind and scheming business abilities keep the millions rolling in, which in turn helps to pay for his enormous grocery bills.
Are you saying he's fat?
I think so. Now, I don't remember Nomad
okay.
and Captain America really using swords all that much.
No,
that a metaphor?
It's a figure of speech, I believe.
Oh,
I'll get some JR up there. Some really, really great JR. Oh, who did this one? Is that a Texera too? That is Harris. That's good looking stuff.
Strong guy.
Oh yeah,
Tell us about
he's
Strong
the
Guy.
strongest.
He's this guy and he's strong.
I like how it's the Stinkovich design, and people just tried to make literal what his
Yeah.
his design was, his expressionist design. A '90s guy like me says what he feels.
These are awful.
We need to read all the quotes, I think. I think that's where the podcast needs to go.
Perhaps the most irreverent superhero in the world today, Strong Guy accepted membership in the government-sponsored mutant strike force, X Factor, for the weekly paycheck he would draw. He now uses his ability to absorb and release kinetic energy to battle the enemies of the United States, while at the same time serving as the unofficial spokesman for mutant kind, whom he refers to as the genetically challenged.
Thanks, Strong Guy. Hey, got a new hero that I made up.
Oh, wow, we have some more? Oh, God.
Oh no.
This is Fatbot. He's a fat robot.
Is he part of the Wesley verse?
He could be.
He could be. You know, I don't hate this design at all, actually.
It's Fatbot.
Speaking of Wesley, we didn't sell a copy of Wesley today, but we did sell a copy of Jonathan's book.
We did. I think we sold like 12 or 14 copies of Jonathan's book.
Speaking of Wesley,
They were torn between the two, and they wanted the one that was less dark and depressing. So
So they went with Jonathan's book.
Wait, Wesley isn't dark and depressing.
it is when you think that someone's actually spent hours of their lives making it.
Oh, okay. Well, while we're on that topic, I only have 2 pages left to ink, and then I just have to letter the book, and it's ready for press.
Nice.
So, anyway,
So you're gonna hit that March
It's
deadline.
Fatbot.
I think I'm going to beat it because there's going to be a sale.
Will it be
next
out in
week.
time March 9th, maybe?
Why? What's March 9th?
My birthday. You wouldn't even have to buy me a present. I would buy my present from you.
It's very possible because now that I know that there's a sale, I might be hustling to finish the inks and script it in this next
Plus, we have
week.
to do the live reaction for the thing I've been waiting for 2.5 years.
Has it been 2 years?
No idea.
It's probably
It's probably been
I
2
was like, you
years.
should see this thing that Aaron has planned. I'm like, oh, I can't wait.
It's a really good 2-page.
No, I'm just telling you.
Yeah, no, it's really good.
Yeah, I don't want to say anything because
Yeah,
I
yeah,
want it
that's
to be the thing when you're actually reading it. I
Yes,
think
I want to be disappointed, like honestly.
You won't be.
The
You
build-
won't
the-
be.
It's been
You
a lot
might
of it's
be.
been a lot of build up, but it's a good sequence. It's important. to the
2023 has been
story.
pretty boring, so probably I'll be impressed.
Okay. Yeah, keep those expectations low, America.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Death of Gwen Stacy, Fall of the Kingpin, Wedding of Spider-Man,
All these hack stories.
Evolutionary War, Excalibur with the grid in the
Oh, now we're
background.
getting into Marvel
Ooh, the-
Series 4.
the-
This is kind of where the end of Marvel cards was for me.
Yeah, I barely remembered the next series until I actually looked them up and
This is a
just
little
remembered
busy.
the foil that was on them.
If this is
So
the Dwayne McDuffie Deathlock, I like
so
that one.
Skybox decided to do these 9-piece puzzles for each of the character groupings.
Yes, all the cards interlock to form
Yep.
one larger image on these.
And some people are so smart that they don't realize this, and they put a checklist in the first spot on and then
I told
only
you she
have
was
8.
on drugs.
Yeah.
The Michael Collins Deathlock is my Deathlock. The Dennis Cowan. Roy
Yeah, I
McDuffie.
agree. Michael Collins all the way.
You are not wrong.
Ron Lim.
Ron Lim, the old workhorse.
He works hard. I'll give him that. He's probably the hardest worker in comics.
He's just your deadline guy. And you know what? Some Ron Lim stuff is good.
Yeah.
I think some
Yeah.
Ron Lim stuff really is nice.
I've liked his stuff recently that I've seen, actually.
Other stuff I could do without, but like I think he's just that consistent. You know, get it done.
They certainly go to him when the ish hits the fan. Like when Jim Starlin walked away from Infinity Gauntlet or whatever it was.
That's so hilarious.
And they got Ron Lim. I mean, he got
George
it done.
Perez.
Oh, George Perez
Yep.
when he walked away.
Yeah, he was
Did
like-
Jim Starlin write it?
I don't remember.
I can't remember either. Well, Speedball. He's a good character. He'll always be happy and jovial. That'll never change.
Yep, you just keep that spirit up there, buddy. Warren Ellis isn't going to do anything to you.
Oh, I think this is Joe Mad. This looks like Joe Mad to me.
I can't tell if that's Joe Mad or not.
Or maybe it's Roger Cruz. They wouldn't have somebody
Oh,
copying him.
no.
They wouldn't have somebody copying him already in '93.
Although this is 93, he would have been 19 years old at the time.
And that's when he.
So that's very realistic because he was drawing books at Marvel when he was 16.
yeah, and doing like something like a page like this as like an assignment. It seems kind of low stakes. Like it wouldn't need to be done in 1 month. You could spend some time on it. Who did this stuff? Peterson, Brett Peterson,
Who's
or
Brett-
Brandon Peterson. I think this is
Brandon Peterson.
Looks
Who's
like that.
Brandon Peterson? What did he do?
Well, he did X-Men for a little bit. He was a Wildstorm guy with Jim Lee.
Yeah.
Well, he was he an X-Men replacement guy too when Jim Lee left, or did he just went to
I think
Wildstorm
I just think he was always part of the Image background.
and then he came back? This is such a weird lineup. We got like Alpha Flight with like I don't know who Micro Max and Wildheart are, and then Captain Britain, Phoenix, Nightcrawler, Psylocke
That's Excalibur.
with Guardian.
Oh, I don't like
Guardian was
yeah.
never Excalibur
Yeah.
or Strong Guy and Havoc and Psylocke.
Oh, I think maybe they're just representing. Although Psylocke, I don't know why she would be there. The three pathetic teams for the X-Men.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't hate the back of these. The back of these is very 90s. Very 90s.
They still do quotes.
No quotes. They
No.
killed the quote.
I wonder
they
why.
have the Did You Knows, though.
Okay.
What did we know?
That the quotes were bad. Bad idea.
Psylocke is the sister of Captain Britain.
Sort of.
Well, then we've got Doctor Strange, multi-armed Dormammu, Beta Ray Bill. Who could forget Cobweb? You got to watch out for Cobweb.
Was that a Sleepwalker villain?
I think.
That only
There's
makes
Sleepwalkers on the page.
Sleepwalker claims Cobweb was responsible for trapping him in the mind of the human Rick Sheridan. So yes,
Sleepwalker, a series I've read probably almost all of, but nowhere near in order.
I have. Well, I don't know if I have it anymore, but one of my first comics was just a random Sleepwalker issue, which was billed as somebody billed it as Sandman done right.
I'd like to introduce a new hero to the fold.
We wish you wouldn't, but okay, go for it.
This is Bad Wing because his wings are poorly drawn.
Maybe he's just bad.
He's Bad Wing. His wings are poorly drawn.
Is that why he has a mace like Hawkman?
Yes, that is a mace like Hawkman. Thank you. Thank you for getting that.
Nice. Well done. Ooh, Hellstorm. Yeah, there we go. Venom Demo Goblin. That's the goblin you bring to a convention.
Who's Shaginator?
I don't know.
Shaginator?
Shaginator. Hi, Shaginator.
I thought that was maybe a character you made up.
No, Shaginator could
It
be a
will be
character.
now.
Yeah. Aaron,
Who could forget Cardiac?
You gotta give him that Austin
This is more
Powers
Ron
look.
Lim.
what's that?
Yep, this is more Ron Lim.
Is it?
Getting liminal. Super liminal.
Again, those look nice. Those are nice pages for a page for Ron Lim.
Yeah, I think it's the inker. I think the inker's giving it a boost.
Wow.
because it's Terry Austin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you get Terry. Terry Austin can make my drawings look good.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Oh, let's keep going. Let's get through Marvel 4. I'm sick
Let's-
of Marvel 4.
yeah,
Let's look at Bad Fantastic Four real quick. This is the worst
Yeah,
iteration of
with the
Fantastic
vest.
Four.
Or Mr.
wrong.
Fantastic should always wear that vest. Always.
Vest of Mr. Fantastic.
I'm impressed with his vest.
Boob window, Invisible Woman.
More clothes, less clothes.
Ben Grimm with a helmet on his head because he's
Yes.
ugly.
Well, he got slashed by the Wolverine.
Yep. It's just they're just too extreme, you know. It's you can't hold the Fantastic Four down.
What did they do with weird, that
Nothing.
was weird with
Nothing.
Nothing?
He got married to.
He got married
Elijah.
to yeah.
His extreme was getting married.
he fertilized an egg.
He is a very potent young man.
Maybe.
All right, I'm over it now.
Cage, Scarecrow, Terror Inc. Terror Inc. underrated. Look at that Falcon costume. Amazing. This is the Falcon costume I was introduced
What was
to.
Terror Inc.?
He's a mercenary detective kind of guy, like a PI, but he can take dead body parts and like attach them to himself. But the concept is dumb, but the artwork in that series is really good. His hand, which is encased in mysterious metal, is actually the last memento of the only woman he ever loved. Oh, whoa, okay.
Hey. He loves the ladies.
it's
Terror Inc. loves the ladies.
Yeah, eternal entity who absorbs the talents of through the dislocated
Dismembered limbs.
Yes.
That's the exact same thing that's on Wikipedia.
Yeah.
They just took the card.
Well, I remember he was in an issue of Wolverine. That's where I was introduced to him, and he got like the hand of an artist, and he's like, "Oh, now I can draw the criminal or something like that." I don't remember
Is
exactly.
he related to the Scourge at all?
The Scourge? I don't know. I don't think so. Are these Steve Epting? This might be Steve Epting for this page. I don't know. Mr. Fantastic should always wear a vest. I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah.
Oh, the Black Knight on his
I wonder how
robot
long the
horse.
vest actually lasted before. Was that before or after they killed him off?
Before, I think.
I might be. When did they kill him off?
Martin, you're in trouble here.
It might be at why.
Copyright infringement. Proctor.
Oh, Dr. Proctor.
Is he a doctor?
I don't see a doctor, but
Dr. Proctor.
he's got
MD.
a cape. Did you know the enigmatic Proctor was once married to extra-dimensional counterpart of the Avengers, Cersei?
No, I didn't know that because no one cares.
He was married to Cersei? Weird.
Yeah, that's how we. I feel like I should know that actually. That was a throwaway.
Wow.
That was a throwaway thing that couldn't be real.
Terror Inc. crossed in with everybody.
We got to sell those
Punisher,
books.
Wolverine, Daredevil, Luke Cage, Silver Sable, Night Stalkers, Goose Rider.
There's a Goose
Oh,
Rider.
Goose Rider. Honk honk.
Goose Rider. Goose Rider would be a good character actually. I can't. You would have to draw a Goose Rider. Can you draw a Goose Rider? I can't do that.
Could. Dan Ketch became the Goose Rider after touching the gas cap of a mystical. That's so lame.
Is Terror Inc. like a play on Terror Incognito?
Is Terror Incognito a thing?
Yeah,
I thought it was the Fat Joe Big Pond record label.
maybe.
Shout out to Terror Inc. So this is going to be a goose rider, a goose on a motorcycle, from the goose from hell on a motorcycle. It's looking good. Breaking the frame, I like it.
Takes a true artist to not be able to realize that he's got a border.
I needed that space.
So what's Goose Rider's origin?
I don't know. I just want to hear him honk his horn on his motorcycle.
Yes, he doesn't honk, he just honks the horn on his bike.
Honk honk.
Goose Rider.
Because sadly, he missed out on cap farts. This is so stupid.
Goose Rider. This is the best hero we've done so far.
Well, the bar is pretty low. As
I know because I've only one doing them.
a matter of fact, I think we didn't even bring a bar. Could
let's-
use a bar.
Let's maybe put some spikes up here.
Yeah, he needs some kind of leather vest. He needs a vest like Mr. Fantastic.
We'll put some pockets on there.
And a boob window like Invisible Woman.
Well, we can't see the front of the goose, so.
Draw it anyway.
You just pretend that there's a boob. This wing is obscuring his
I
boob.
hear your requests, and I'll whisper back, no. That's a Rorschach reference.
Martin, you got any other information there you want to talk about cards?
Well, I was going to have a nice anecdotal story that would play up to our Nick Gentile demographic, but he doesn't appear to be here. No.
What's
one-
the
no one-
story?
Way back in the day, Leanne Wallace, who later became Leanne Callan, collected Marvel X-Men trading cards, as did her brother Bill's friend John Callan. And Leanne had a beast rare card that John wanted. And she hated John, so she would not let him have it. And so years later, I guess, he had to convince her to marry him so that he could get ownership of this card, and that is why they're married.
Shaginator says Goose Rider's pretty dope. I agree. So what are our cards? We've got Tree Balloon. His powers are what? He sticks to the tree.
He sticks to that tree like glue.
Goose Rider, who is the
Satan's goose.
Now, are we going to get a refined version of one of these as a backup page in an upcoming Wesley?
Not the next one. Don't have time for them to do that.
Or could we add it into next year's Comic Shop Does a Comic?
Good.
We could.
Because this year's was... Because 2022's was fabulous.
That
That was a
that
success.
one never got finished. That was I think I finished my page, but I was waiting on a bunch of other pages. I think we're going to take it in a different direction for the future.
Yeah.
The future?
Tree Balloon is horrifying. Shaginator, this is correct. You don't want to mess with Tree Balloon.
Yeah, it's a balloon stuck in a tree. So
And then we've got Fatbot. He's a fat robot.
the more I look at that design, I really like it.
We've got
Hand it over here.
four Jewel with a guy with a gigantic jewel in his head. We've got Spittlehead,
I
who
do
is
like
a
this.
large head who just spits tiny bits of spit at you.
This is Evan's.
Dinosaur, who has just
No.
severe dinosaur body odor. And that's how he defeats his foes. And then Badwing, who just has poorly drawn wings, and that's his
I think this is
power.
Evan's winner right here.
Fatbot.
Yeah, it's pretty clear which one's
Yep.
which one's the best.
Ah.
Do we use them all?
No, there's still more. You want to do more?
Yeah. Once
We have 8 minutes left.
Yeah,
Oh, have we really?
I'm kind of over cards. I think we're just going to draw some more cards.
Basilisk, as Guardians, Badoon.
Formerly I'll draw something cool. What's another good character? We need to be inspired by one of these cards, I think.
So
The origin of
Shaginator
Kate.
did a spit take over 4 Jewel.
Four Jewel. I mean,
We have to be inspired by one of these.
well, I don't know.
Look how big that cable is. That's ridiculous. The cable's as big as the Hulk.
Some of the X-Men Fleer 94 ones
This
are very
was
nice.
my series.
Yeah.
This is the one I was big into, the 94 series. Get that production value up there. Some nice foil stamp.
Very glossy stock. Thick.
Excellent painters, too, that they chose for these.
Yes.
Did they even credit
For the
them on
most
the
part.
back? They did
They
credit
did,
the
yeah.
artists.
They did
Good.
it like the masterpieces, yeah.
Yeah, Julie Bell, Frank Spinks. Bill
Yeah, all this stuff is
Sienkiewicz.
garbage compared to the Marvel Masterworks series, which are wonderfully painted.
You know, I never really. I saw the ads for those.
Mhm.
What was the hit? Was it Joe Jusko Wolverine that was used in the ad? I never saw the full series of that.
They released them in comic book form too.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, I'll have to, if I come across it, I'll.
I think that would be like just a page for each card.
Yep.
Just like a full big. Like the didn't they do that poster book or something with
Something
Jim
like
Lee
that. Yep,
stuff?
yep, it was that same
Yeah.
concept too.
Buy
We have
one
some-
of those
there is one
recently.
somewhere,
There's
yeah.
one
Oh.
kicking around somewhere,
Yep.
definitely. I don't. It's somewhere
Last
in the
6
back.
months or so. Yeah,
A
I know.
pinup-
I think I pulled them aside when I was going through my stuff too, but
A pinup
if
book
that made it
appeals to
Oh,
me.
you need to do a character with the big Wolverine style hair that like every character was in the 90s.
Yeah, I kind of like this character design of Slayback. That's
yeah,
kind of fun.
they did him in the Marvel Series 3 one too, where his arms kind of sticking through, and it's a cool design.
I like that
for a cool
design.
character.
Cool character.
Character, sorry.
All right. Give me a big hair something here.
Not a goose.
Not a goose. Martin, fill the dead space.
Phil, the
I
dead.
got everything. I got nothing. Nothing left to give. Given it all.
It's like an anime character.
Oh, tell about Marvel's how much money they spent
I
on.
was just about to do that.
Yeah.
So back in the mid '90s, early '90s, Marvel liked to spend a lot of money needlessly, for very complicated reasons. But they bought several trading card companies and collectible stuff like that.
Several?
Yeah.
From some across the seas. Let's see. I gotta find where my thing is there. So, in 1992, Marvel bought Fleer, which was a very, very long, I think over 100 years in business, I'd say, type deal for collectibles and things. But they bought it for $540 million. Marvel just threw that much to have a card company. And then later they purchased Skybox International for roughly 150 million to 175 million.
What did they end up selling those for?
They ended up they combined both properties into one, and in good business fashion, they sold them for 30 million combined.
So they bought them for 700 million and sold them at 30 million.
Yep.
What a great investment.
Then the person that bought them sold it to Upper Deck in 2005, 2004. Upper Deck offered 25 million for Flair, which was declined, and then a year later, they were forced to sell Flair to Upper Deck for 6.1 million. So you can see the decline in value of trading cards as the next 15 years progressed.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I feel like that was such a fun way to learn about characters and things like that. You know, an easy way to get you into find somebody that you like.
Yep.
And then
because you learn about the character as well as you get to look at the art style, the appreciation for it. You can.
Oh yeah, even like some of the art cards where it's like you're getting to know the artists and getting to know these painters and things like that maybe aren't doing regular books. They're just doing covers and promo things, but it's like, oh, it's kind of fun to learn.
Yeah, I remember, especially with this series, I would read about the artists. Like, I would look at all that. That's how I know who Julie Bell is and like Boris Vallejo. And I mean, I wonder if that was my first exposure to Bill Sienkiewicz. Maybe. No, he did some fill-ins and stuff and some X-Men stuff.
Goblin mode Goku.
Goblin mode.
That's what you're doing right now.
Well, this is going to be Hair-O.
I'm trying to think of a name for my hair character too. I drew a hair character as well.
So he just got like this.
You could call him Evan. Oh no, wait, you can't.
He's just like running his hair through his mullet. So he's got the hair sticks straight up, but then he also has this lush, flowing mullet that's falling over his shoulders.
Lord Rattail.
Lord Rattail. I like that. I like that too.
Shagginator's got the ideas here.
Who?
Shagginator.
Oh, Shagginator. Lord Rattail. AKA Hair-O. And just to complete the 90s, I'm going to give him nipples right in the middle of his chest.
Oh, I did nipples on my guy too.
Oh, really?
Aw,
Yeah.
Nipple
Wow.
buddies.
Oh, parallel thinking.
Got nips on the mind.
Well, just if you're going 90s, you got to do some Jay Lee. I think Lord Rattail is finished. Let's throw another shrimp on the Barbie here.
I like that Teresa commented early on just so she could pretend to have listened to the whole thing. Oh, there she is.
Lucille was playing.
She's back.
Lucille doesn't play.
All right, this is my hair character. This is Hairballs.
Okay. That's great.
He's got good ear hair too. I felt like
So wait. What's his name?
Hairballs.
Does he team up with your foreskin jewel guy?
Yes.
They're a duo.
Yeah, they're a team.
Four Jewel and Hairballs.
They're like the Wonder Twins, except they have to rub his nipples to activate their powers.
Oh, these are good heroes.
Movie directed by Joel Schumacher.
Whoa, your daughter's first word was some kind of profanity.
Good for her. Good
Wait,
for
what
the
did she
goose.
say?
She repeated expletive deleted first word.
Excellent. Nip nips.
Now she's chanting hairballs. I don't think her first word really was nipples.
I think it might be. It might
Does
have
it say
been.
nipples on your screen?
Yeah.
It's censored out on mine.
It says nip nips. No, it's not censored on mine.
That's funny.
Wait, they censored nipples?
Yeah, she repeated, and then I've got a whole bunch of asterisks.
Wow. We learned something. Nipples aren't tolerated here on
And
the
whatever
podcast.
Highly
Shaginator said
offensive.
before Lucille was playing, also I don't have.
What's that?
Whatever Shaginator said right before.
LMAO.
No, there you go. That's apparently
They censored that too?
that's weird.
Because it says referencing asses that are laughing.
What kind of settings do I have on this thing?
I don't know.
You got the child settings.
Child
on there.
setting, probably.
Oh, let's go through the last cards.
hide-
and-
it
and
is
like,
hide.
and
I'm
give
turning
us
that
give
off.
us the 1 minute. Let's just flip through the rest of these things.
Okay, we're going.
Go.
All right.
Go.
I like profanity. I like hostility.
Oh, that's a great bishop.
Love Bishop.
Ooh,
Love the
discrimination.
multiple man.
Dan
too.
Brereton.
How do they determine discrimination?
It's discrimination. I used to love these fight cards. These fight cards are awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, Warlock. I've never seen that one before.
That's a weird warlock,
Did
too.
they even get Sienkiewicz to do it? Okay, good.
Is it Sienkiewicz?
It is a Sienkiewicz. It doesn't really look like
No,
one.
it
there, does
doesn't. Huh.
But you know,
Keep
that's
going.
cool. Cypher, his superpower is he's dead.
A lot.
He doesn't get to live. A chamber?
I hate the coloring choices on some of these cards. These
I think it's the-
pukey yellow greens.
Very pukey 90s.
yeah.
It's very computer. Look, we got technology.
I love this.
and then we've got a little swimsuit. You know,
putting sunscreen on.
Jubilation Lee, your sister-in-law, rubbing suntan lotion on Professor X's head.
As you do. Wow, such a weird thing for Inferno. Weird coloring. Oh, here we go. Now, sorry, Storm.
Storm.
I had that one for sure. I had
Yeah,
that one.
you enjoyed
Yeah,
that
you
one.
did.
Yeah.
The cards no one cared about.
The great
DC.
the great darkness, great battles. Because we've been talking about balls so much, I almost said that's a great ball.
This is a DC one,
balls.
right?
Greatest
I see gray.
balls. The grayest balls.
The great darkness saga.
And grayest balls. And,
The grayest balls. Or how much?
and
are we being
bluest
censored?
balls and gray.
It's like the Lantern Corps.
It is, yeah, I was
It's the
trying to
gray
do something
balls
like I
and
can
the
do
blue
it.
balls. The green balls. Ew.
This will be lands on Earth.
Evil shall not escape my testicles.
Oh God. Oh,
I'm just glad we've really hit our stride.
We did. It took an hour and 2 minutes.
2 minutes into overtime.
it's just
Little
disgusting.
Batman Returns, or no, not Batman Returns. Batman
Very-
Forever.
Very 80s.
That's actually
No,
Batman Returns.
That's
This is
Batman
this is
Returns,
Batman
yeah.
Returns. Batman Returns is very like German expressionist. Now that I look back at it.
Like Gustav Klimt.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of that in there. And then we just have some dirty, empty sleeves. This is my favorite thing of the whole binder. Just these dirty
Oh,
brown.
I see a Yoda. I
stains.
see a Yoda coming through.
You just gotta keep going through the dirty brown stains. Yoda's on the other side.
Yeah, wash your hands after you're done with this.
Yeah.
It's too
I gotta
late.
use the soap. A Padme
has all
and a
the
stamp.
diseases.
These are the weirdest cards I've ever seen.
They're from something dumb.
From like a cup or something. Earl Nor.
Oh, keep going. Let's skip these. Nobody cares about Star
Oh
Wars.
yeah, War Strike. There we go. Quattro.
Adam Bob.
Ultra
Adam Bob.
Sludge. I like Sludge. That's fun.
Sludge.
Is Adam Bob there?
Who approved the coloring for that?
This is
too?
just awful.
These Youngblood cards. These Youngblood cards are amazing.
We only have 3 colors to use. It's going to be red, orange, and we're going to use a tiny. We only have a little bit of blue left in the printer.
Yes. Look at the zoom in on those teeth. Amazing.
Terrible.
I think Rob Liefeld actually drew these on cards the same size, like on the back of a notebook, and sent them into the printer just to get these printed because he knew he needed to print these fast because people are going to buy a ton of them only once.
Shaginator says McDonald's man. I guess Shaft kind of looks like Ronald
Whoa,
McDonald.
look at this vertical line on that face.
Dude, the hatching on that is so ridiculous. It doesn't even look like a face.
I don't even know. And then Juggernaut without his mask on. Yes. Well, and he must have hired the airbrushing guy from the Marvel Series 1 or 2, right? It all
Oh,
looks airbrushed.
what a terrible card set.
It's kind of amazing with how bad it is, though.
It's really bad.
Like, it appeals to me because of the...
Aaron, you could spend 20 minutes and produce a card set better than this.
20 minutes?
Maybe.
Well, I mean, we're getting pretty close. This is almost a full card set. We're just gonna photocopy these and put them on cards. A Requiem. Oh, it's just Terminator.
Is that
What
Adam
is
Bob?
this? Ultraverse.
Adam. No, go back.
Adam Bob.
Adam
Adam Bob.
What kind of name is Adam Bob? Like, did they really run out of names?
Well, Bob Harden.
And look at the symbol on the front of him.
Like a crescent moon.
It looks exactly like the Star Brand from
Starbrand.
from Marvel and from Quasar.
Oh, yes, it does. Weird.
But it doesn't mention anything about it being.
Pressure? Is she like a masseuse? Like what? Book? You gotta be kidding me. This guy's name is Book? What? If his power is like he can read,
When mild-mannered librarian.
let's take a look at this. Poor Dave Jenkins. He doesn't deserve this. Grew up in a harsh neighborhood in Oakland, California. He wasn't interested in joining gangs or becoming another hustler. Something else grabbed Dave's attention. Reading. He read volume upon volume of
this
books.
This is very cringy.
And one day he happened upon the ancient mystical tome of the world. The Wold?
The Wold.
Okay. The book was sentient and taught Dave many things beyond the ken of mankind, but its influence was evil and
Beyond
it soon
the
corrupted
ken
Dave,
of mankind.
turning him to crime and causing him to join Quattro.
They just ran out of
I'm watching
ideas.
Outlander right now, and they do the Scottish thing, and they always use the Ken word, and it just drives me nuts every time.
This is the Ultraverse ran out of ideas.
Dave Jenkins. Dave Jenkins did not deserve this.
No.
Dave Jenkins.
He deserved better than this. Boney?
It's really sad when Evan's characters from tonight are all better
Is this
than
guy?
half the Malibu.
Oh, Boneyard.
Ultraverse.
Boneyard. Okay, whatever.
It's not Boneyard, no.
Lava? Book? Come on. Book?
Book. And not even the book.
Like throw the book at him?
Or the bookie.
The Bookmaster.
Tinsel? Book is the worst, though. You're
really
not
bad.
going to top Book. NME? Brute?
Brute with 2 U's.
Death
so
Wish?
you know he's dangerous. Brute
Death
with
Wish?
2 U's.
It's just an old man?
I frequently wonder why Marvel's never used the Ultraverse properties, and I'm thinking that this card set answers that
Now we
question
know.
quite clearly.
They bought that just for the coloring, right? They didn't
Yep.
realize they could just hire the colorist.
Yeah. No, they need the technology.
Shaginator says
Proprietary technology. I believe.
Shaginator says the brown guy didn't join gangs. He read books. Who wrote that? Yeah, that really is,
That is
like.
bad.
Yikes.
He says enemy is also bad.
It was a different time.
Definitely.
G. Lawrence Bushnell was 83 years old and had 1 week to live. Oh, God. Before cancer destroyed him. 1 week to enjoy all that life had left to offer him. But that was before he took a ride on a cable car that was hit by the jump start. In the aftermath, he found that he had become immortal. Then he found that his cancer had become immortal too. Now he lives in eternal excruciating agony waiting for death. With his wish unfulfilled, he lives only to share the pain of his cancer with others through death.
Deadpool crossover.
Oh my God.
We should have just skipped to Malibu. This is what we should do.
Teresa Ha, Death Wish is an old man. His superpower is being old. He could die any minute.
Except he can't.
Death Wish is my favorite.
Aaron, you should see about getting the rights to Death Wish for your wife. It's got to be pretty cheap.
I feel like you could cut a check for $50. They might pay you to take that character off of their ledger.
Oh my! What a!
You have to take Book with you, sir. Then you can have him.
Let me take Dave Jenkins and give him a chance at a normal life. Oh.
You know what? You could just write him right into a Wesley.
Dave Jenkins.
No one's suing over that.
Redeem his character arc and just send him on his way, and no one would ever.
Can we? If he likes books so much, can we send him to college? Can we get him like a job that gets him out of the streets?
No.
No? Is that wrong?
That's wrong.
Did I say something wrong?
No.
I did, didn't I?
No, you didn't. No, you're fine. You're fine.
Like if he likes books so much, he's got a future where he could have a family.
you
and a
can be
normal
his
life
Sandra
and
Bullock.
vacation. Well, I mean, if he wants to.
We can rescue the poor black guy.
Oh, my
with your
goodness,
white
that's not-
Yep. That's what you're doing.
But he turned to crime. He doesn't need to do that.
I was trying to find a problem with what you said because you wanted
Yeah.
a problem. So
All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
We're almost there.
Let's not make
Book
it
drives
weird.
Death Wish around and Death
What
Wish
name is
screams
this?
at the
Erwa?
drive-thru mic.
Airwa?
Airwa.
Is that even a word?
What is it?
AERWA.
Airwa.
They're just hitting the keyboards at
the
that point.
wold. I feel like I'm just reading words that aren't words. Airwa's origin is the wold. The Airwa are denizens of the wold. Okay, I'm done. I'm done.
The Ultraverse.
He's tapping out. He's tapping out. Ultraverse killed him.
I can't deal with any of that. All right, now we've saved the worst for last.
So when Evan agreed to take these cards off this person's drug-addled hands,
Yes.
he did not realize that this page was here.
No, I went through the whole book. I thought I flipped to the last page, which there is a last page of just a couple silly things. But for some reason, I missed the 2 dragon pages.
Yeah, the
that
last
were in
page
there,
has the
so-
silly
Oh, wait.
things.
Book drives Deathwish around, and Deathwish just screams into drive through.
comment already.
You should have started with these cards.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that's right.
All right.
But
I
you-
wouldn't
you
have had to
live
play
and you
video
learn.
games on my phone.
I think that's
Oh,
it.
look at this Savage Dragon! Yikes! Oh, and who could forget?
Thok.
Thok.
That'd be a good
Ugh.
hero, Thok.
What?
I liked all the brown stains in this binder.
Yeah, no, they came with all the
It's
stains.
syphilis.
Good. I'm gonna take this syphilis home and share it with my family.
Give it to my wife. Things to look forward to, Mrs. Lee. You're getting syphilis.
Book. Dave Jenkins.
But he's going to get to the rights to Death Wish, so.
All right, I think we suffered enough.
Yep, I'm ready to go.
All right.
Ugh.
You want to take us home? Did we?
Ugh.
This was an
Take us
interest-
home like you're going to do that syphilis.
This was an interesting one.
Ugh. You've been listening to The Comic Shop Does a Podcast.
Why?
I'm the X-Men Fleer Ultra 94 card set.
Syphilis
I'm,
another character.
I'm Evan Coy, and I also have syphilis.
Ugh.
We're here with very special guest.
A syphilis-free Martin Kinney. Series 3, all the way.
Have a good night, everybody.